guys, it's Megan and it's time for another stuff I was tempted to buy but did not purchase video. So last month I just got the best feedback from you guys on this video, so I was already planning on doing it monthly, but now I'm even more motivated because it was just really cool to read your comments, and I just found it really helpful to hear your guys' thoughts on the different things that I was tempted to buy, or like your suggestions of other things that are like comparable. I thought that was just really awesome. So I have a list of things that I was tempted to buy this month that I did not purchase, and at the end of this video I will tell you how much money I saved by not impulsively buying things, which so proud. Like, I did buy things throughout this month, but it's not a lot of like beauty things. The only stuff that I really bought this month were fake lashes, and I'm wearing a pair of fake lashes right now and I think they're beautiful. Like, they are making me so happy. These are the Ardell Natural. I'll link below the exact ones. I'm not sure of the number right now, but I also have really been enjoying the Demi Wispies by Ardell. They're just exactly what I've wanted, where they look really natural, but they're giving me the lash look I want without having to wear mascara. And mascara has just been giving me so much trouble over the past month or two, and so I thought I would try out false lashes, and so far so good. The only problem that I'm having is like the inner part of, especially this eye, the band always wants to like pop up a little bit. So if you guys have any like lash gluing tips for like the inner corner, let me know. But if you see this one like falling off, it's just what's been happening to me and I don't know how to fix it. So I will get started. On my list I have a spreadsheet where I keep track of all the things that I am tempted to buy throughout the month, and they're things specifically that I either have in my shopping cart online and I almost check out. Like, I go through the whole process, but by the end of it I don't end up purchasing. That's something on my list. And then another thing would be in store, if I'm carrying something around the store and I almost end up buying it but I put it back, that would end up on my list as well. Okay, so the first thing that tempted me this month was the Delia's collection at Dolls Kill. So when I was in middle school and high school, Delia's was everything. Like, I remember going to Delia's so vividly. Me and my friends would go. I would go shopping there with my mom for her to pick out school clothes with me and stuff. Like, I just have such amazing memories associated with Delia's, and like their t-shirts, they would always have such cool like graphic tees, and I would buy their jeans, and I don't know, I just really love Delia's. And now, like, I don't know if they were bought out or if it's just like a licensing deal with Dolls Kill, which is an online retail store. They have had like 1 or 2 or 3, I don't know how many drops with this like collaboration, and it's all like 90s inspired and it's really cool. And I almost bought, let's see, $60 worth of stuff. I think I had a sweatshirt with like a smiley face on it, which is really cute. This really adorable rainbow back or crossbody that was like clear except for the rainbow. That was really neat. And some pair of earrings that I can't remember what it was, but I was at like the complete purchase button and I was like, do I need this? Like, this is not something I can wear on an everyday basis to work, and would I wear it that much outside of work? I don't know. So I ended up not buying it, and I don't like have any desire to buy it. So that is like off my radar. I think it's definitely really cool if you have more of like an edgy style, or like all of the 90s stuff is coming back. Like, if you're like a trendsetter, I bet you're into that more than I am. To me, it's more just like nostalgia, which is what they're marketing towards us millennials that are so freaking nostalgic. Like, it's so weird, I guess, how my generation specifically is just so into like the past, and I don't know, it's very fascinating. But I don't think I'm going to pick up anything from Delia's the Dolls Kill collection. And like, this didn't affect my wanting to purchase, but it gave me like a bad taste in my mouth that I signed up for like an email alert when the collection was gonna drop, and on their website it said like a certain date that it was gonna happen. And I didn't get an email, so I checked on their Instagram and they had pushed the date back without like announcing it. Like it was, the date was just changed. It's not like they made a post about it. And then the date was pushed back a third time without any like a notification, and people in the comments were so mad, and the commenters were saying like, you've done this to us before and like it's ridiculous, you never respond to comments. So that just made me feel like a little bit weird about this company. And yeah, so just a little like side story, and a side story to the side story is on the Delia's Dolls Kill website where you signed up for the notification. It had a Spotify playlist with like all the best 90s and early 2000s music, and C'est La Vie by Bewitched was on there. And if you guys watch my vlogs, you'll know that when I was a little girl, I would dance to C'est La Vie by Bewitched daily, like so many times per day. We would just listen to it. It's like the soundtrack of my childhood apparently, and it's such a great song. So that, I think, pushed me over the edge to want something from the collection, but other than the Spotify playlist, it had nothing to do with the collaboration. So I saved $60 there that same evening. This was all, I think, on a Friday. I remember like being downstairs in front of our TV, like curled up on the couch and like online shopping, which I try not to do anymore. But that same day, Lemonhead Glitter, which I am just like enamored with that brand. I had it on my last month's tempted to buy list. They did, I think, 12 days of makeup artist collaborations, and the space pastes or the glitters that they made were only available for 24 hours. So that kind of like urgency, immediacy, like impulsive type of like sales tactic usually like really gets me. Like I can't resist as well, I guess, when it comes to stuff like that. So I had that in my cart. It was the Prism color, and it was a collaboration with Bo Nelson, who I did not know who he was before, and now I follow him and he does such beautiful work. So if you like to follow makeup artists for inspiration, Bo Nelson is a really great one. But this was also like a charitable, like part of the money went towards a charity, which was another reason I almost purchased it. But because of that, it was at a higher price point. For one space paste, it would have been $40. Oh my God. And like, I am really happy some of the money was going towards charity, but $40 for one thing, and something that's also like a cream, I just like envisioned it drying out, and like, I don't know, it was just too expensive for me to go through with it. So I did not get Prism, but I really still want to try Lemonhead Glitters, so that is still on my radar, but probably not like a special collab since it's so much more expensive. Then I was really tempted by Ulta because they did 14% cash back on EBATES on Valentine's Day. And so I was home and I was looking at their website, and I like made a whole cart of fake lashes, which you guys know I eventually did purchase fake lashes, and the Real Techniques Rebel Edge trio of brushes, which Lisa D1 has been talking about and using. I want it so bad. So I did not end up purchasing it that night because I've been saving up my Ulta points, and I will have a haul because I did place an order of a bunch of different stuff using my points. So I was going to make that, I was going to make a bigger order using my points. I didn't want to just spend $50 of points at that time. So I saved $50 by not buying the fake lashes or the brush trio at that time. And then another time on Ulta's website, I almost bought the Revlon One Step Volumizing Hair Dryer, and that's $60. And again, like, I didn't want to make a smaller purchase. I wanted to like blow out all my points, and You'll see that haul coming up in the next few weeks. So I waited to use my points on that product, and I did eventually buy it with my points, so it was free. So I saved $60 by using my points on that. Then I was watching Lisa D1 again. I feel like sorry you guys, so many of my, like, I don't know, the things that I want to buy are influenced by Lisa D1, which is fine because she shows such beautiful stuff and we have such similar taste in a lot of things. But it's also bad because, like, she has a more disposable income than me, and it just feels like, oh my god, I want everything she has, but like it's not realistic in this point in my life. And I've tried to teach myself that, like, whenever I watch older women on YouTube or Instagram and they're buying like really nice things or more expensive things, and like I desire those things as well, I'm like, when they were my age, like, they weren't buying that kind of stuff. Like, usually as you get older, you might have a better job, better paying, all that stuff. So in the future, I might buy more expensive things or whatever. But at this point in my life, like, I don't have the money to do that. So I'm just trying to, like, talk myself, like, into understanding why some people are able to buy things and I can't. I don't know. It's just a mental hurdle that I have to get over. But what she was showing that I really wanted to get were the Pat McGrath Skin Show Nudes Lip Gloss Trio, and they're 3 like little nude lipsticks in the colors Dare to Bear, Divine Rose, Pale Fire Nectar. And it's $25 for this cute little bag, and it's full of sequins and then the products. And Pat McGrath just really intrigues me. I really love her aesthetic, her packaging, the marketing that she does. It's all just really cool, and I love sequins and sparkles, so that is like gravitating me towards that. And the way that Lisa described the lip glosses was just so wonderful. And then the cherry on top was that she said that they smelled like the Lip Smackers Vanilla Swirl Lip Gloss. You guys would not even know how much I miss that lip gloss and how badly I am like desperate to get my hands on it, because in elementary school I would buy Vanilla Swirl lip gloss from Bonnie Bell or Lip Smackers or whatever, and I just remember it being like so delicious smelling, obviously, but also just like so pretty and like shimmery and wonderful. And then in college, I think Lip Smacker still was being sold in stores, and I remember buying it in college and like just transporting me back to my childhood. But now it's impossible to find. I've even went on the Lip Smackers website. I've emailed them. Like, I'm like a psycho about this Vanilla Swirl lip gloss, and I just can't find it anywhere unless I buy one off of eBay or something, which who knows how old it is, you know, like I want a fresh one. But when she said that the Pat McGrath lip glosses smelled like that, I was like, I need 50. Like, give me as many of those as possible. So I do not need that at all. Like, I just don't. I have so many of the Buxom lip glosses that I got in that set. I'm wearing one of them right now in Mudslide, and I love it. I like the idea that these Pat McGrath ones are small, just like the Buxom ones. They're like a half size, and I think that's really great for a lip product, because I never really go through full lip products unless they're like a tinted like sheer balm or something like that. But I did not end up buying that. I might eventually purchase it, maybe with a Sephora sale, maybe not, I don't know. I want it, but, and I know I would probably wear them, but I don't know. It's just one of those things that once I got to the checkout, I was like, do I really want to spend $25 on this? Like, is it worth half of $50 to me? Like, I try to talk to myself as if it is more expensive than it actually is, or like just phrasing it in a way like that, like, this is half of $50, which sounds like a lot more than $25 to me. I don't know. It's just these little tricks that I've picked up to try to like trick myself, I guess. Then, oh my god, another Lisa D1 thing. She was showing new Colleen Rothschild products, and I love Colleen Rothschild skincare. I have not tried her candles, and I don't really buy candles anymore, but if I had a home, I would probably want one because they just look so beautiful and they're really like sophisticated and elegant and all that awesome stuff. But Lisa was showing the new Cocoa Bean Cleansing Balm, which is like her Radiant Cleansing Balm, which is my favorite cleansing balm of all time. But it's with cocoa, and it's, I don't know like what the real difference is between them. I read it, but I can't remember what it was. But I almost purchased the Radiant Cleansing Balm and the Cocoa Bean Cleansing Balm, but there was not like a sale going on or anything. So I saved $130 by not buying those because they're $65 a piece, which is like, whoa. So yeah, I eventually want to get the Colleen Rothschild Radiant Cleansing Balm for sure. The cocoa one obviously would be wonderful. I'm a chocolate addict and I just know that it would be really high quality and nice, but like, is it $65 nice? Like, I don't know. So I saved over $100 from that purchase. Then this palette has been on my mind a lot, like over and over and over, and it might be one, if it's still available, that I pick up in the Sephora sale, because I think that's coming up in April. It's the Marc Jacobs Stiletto palette, and it's $49, which is really expensive to me for a palette, but the outside packaging is like this beautiful chrome steel color, and then the shades inside are all like smoky cool tones, which just takes my breath away. I love smoky cool tone shades. So the first reason I wanted to get it was because Lady Gaga's makeup artist used this palette on her for the Grammys, I want to say. It was like one of the award shows, and can we just talk about how amazing Gaga looked at the Oscars and how freaking amazing it is that she finally has an Oscar, even though she didn't get Best Actress. At least she won for Shallow. And oh my god, I just love her. I love her and Bradley like singing together, even though like they had like some like singing errors or whatever. I just love them together. I think they're so adorable, and I love her. And I also feel like so sad because her most recent engagement like is over as far as everything I can tell, and I just want her to find someone that she can share her life with, and I just honestly love her like family. It's just like one of those weird things, but I absolutely adore her. But I saw her wearing this palette, and then Mel Thompson talked about it, and Mel Thompson is very convincing, and she's very, very skilled at makeup, and she just made me want this palette so much. And I think maybe Lisa D1 also talked about this. I can't remember. There were just multiple times that this has like been front and center in my mind, and I want to see it in person. That's what like convinced me not to get it. When I'm ready to go to Sephora to get a sample of the Laura Mercier Radiance Foundation, I want to check out the Stiletto palette in person, because something that I've realized about a lot of palettes is that it either has too many like light shades or it has way too many dark colors. And I don't do like a smoky eye all the time. Like, it's nice to have a deep black or a deep charcoal or something like that, but I want a lot of like mid-tone shades instead of super light and super dark like for the whole palette. So I want to see it in person. It might end up in my collection, but I just really want to like look at it with my own eyes and swatch it and all that stuff. It just looks absolutely phenomenal, and I want it. Okay, the last thing that I almost bought this month was the Anastasia Sultry palette. And at Ulta last weekend, they had it as like a flash sale for $27, which was almost $20 off of the palette. And I had previously wanted this palette at the end of last year, and I almost put it on my Christmas list. Then I saw it in person, and I took it off my Christmas list, and when it like totally went out of my mind, like I haven't thought about it in forever. Then Ulta did this flash deal and I was like, now's the time. And so I went in store with Rachel. We had such a fun time swatching and just like playing with makeup. It was so fun. And I swatched the Sultry palette and I picked one up and held it in my arms, and there was something holding me back, and I was like, why do I not want to buy this? And like it swatches beautifully, the mattes, the metallics, everything is gorgeous, but the only color I really love is chrome or chroma or cyborg. Cyborg is the name. Cyborg is so beautiful to me. Like I want a single of that, and I've probably talked to you guys about this before, but all I want is that color. But I would have to buy the whole palette to get that color, because at least as far as I know, you can't buy it separately. If you can, let me know. But I just couldn't justify it, and I was like, I like a lot of these colors. A lot of them are very similar to what I already have, and I don't know, I just didn't love it. And so I put it back, which made me feel wonderful. Then Rachel showed me these palettes by BH Cosmetics that she found, that she was swatching, and the swatches were insane. It was just like, what palette is this? So she showed me it. I ordered them and said that's coming in my Ulta points order. So I got those for free instead of getting the Sultry palette, and I basically got 2 of those palettes for the price of one Anastasia palette, like on sale. So yeah, that made me feel good, and I didn't even have to pay for it, so I got it for free. But I was just really proud of myself that I didn't end up buying Sultry just because it was on a flash deal, because in the past I would have been really tempted by that, and I might have went through with it if I wouldn't have gone in store. I think online I probably would have bought it, because I would have been like, oh my god, but it's so pretty, the reviews are amazing, and they are, and people make beautiful looks out of it. But it's just, I'm just glad I didn't get it, because it would be a palette I would eventually declutter for sure, and maybe I'll declutter those BH Cosmetics ones too, who knows. But I just felt like those were a better, more suited to what I like, and you'll see them when I haul them. But yeah, so those were all the things that I was tempted to buy, and since I did not buy any of them, I saved $441 this month, which feels wonderful. And I did buy some stuff this month. I got like organizational stuff for my room, and that added up fast, and I got the lashes, which I'm just loving, so I don't regret that at all. And I actually returned like half of them, so I only spent like $20 to $25 on like all the lashes that I got, which is pretty cool. And oh, what else? There was, oh my god. So this coming week, I am going to see Mean Girls on Broadway, and I am so stoked. I'm going to New York City for work, and we're going to be there for 2 nights. So me and one of my coworkers are going to see Mean Girls, and so I bought that ticket, and I'm just like, yes! I cannot wait. Like, I am just dying to see it. So I did buy a few things here or there, but nothing too crazy, and nothing like completely useless in my collection, and I'll talk about this more in my Ulta haul probably. But even in that, like when I wasn't even spending money, I was like, what would I actually find useful, or that there's a hole in my collection, or there's like something I probably wouldn't spend my own money for, but I really want to try it or whatever. And I just tried to be really thoughtful about what I spent my points on, and even though it's not real money, I can tell that I'm changing and improving the way that I think about money or value and all that stuff, and it just makes me really happy. So 2 months down, I think that things are going really well in terms of my thought process with purchasing things, and definitely let me know if you have any opinions on the stuff that I talked about in this video. Should I get it? Should I not? Like, should I spend my hard-earned money on it? Or like, what do you think? I would just love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for watching. I seriously appreciate it, you guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye.